You know what's funny? People often say things like, "You're so strong," as if it's the highest compliment in the world. They admire your strength, your composure, your ability to hold everything together while everyone else falls apart. But what they don't realize is that being the strong one can feel like carrying 1,000 pounds on your chest, while everyone claps for how well you're standing. The truth is, being the strong one means you've learned to hide your pain so well that no one even thinks to ask if you're okay. You've become the reliable one, the stable one, the person who always shows up, even when you're quietly breaking inside. You're the one people run to when their world is falling apart, but when yours does, there's silence, because everyone assumes you'll just handle it. I think that's the part that hurts the most. The way strength slowly turns into isolation, the way people start expecting you to be unshakable, as if your feelings no longer count, and you start believing it too. You stop asking for help, you stop showing weakness, because you've built your entire identity around being the strong one. But strength, real strength, doesn't mean carrying everything alone. It doesn't mean pretending you're fine when your heart feels like it's falling apart. It's not about smiling through pain just to make others comfortable. Sometimes being strong is learning how to let go, how to cry, how to say, "I can't do this anymore," without guilt. There's this silent pressure that strong people live with, the pressure to be perfect, calm, and collected no matter what happens. You become the emotional anchor for everyone else. But who anchors you? When the night gets quiet and the weight you've been holding starts to crush you, who do you turn to? I remember reading a line once that said, "Even pillars crack, even rocks erode, even the strongest trees bend in the wind." It hit me hard because sometimes we forget that we're human. We think being strong means never falling apart, when in reality, strength means having the courage to feel, to fall, and to still get up again. If you've always been the strong one, you probably learned that role early in life. Maybe you had no choice. Maybe you were the kid who had to grow up too fast, the one who comforted others while secretly needing comfort yourself. Maybe life taught you that showing emotion made you weak, so you built walls instead. But those walls that once protected you now keep everyone out. And that's the dark side no one talks about. When you're always strong, people stop offering care. They assume you don't need it. You become invisible in your own pain. You'll listen to everyone else's struggles, but when it's your turn to speak, the words get stuck. Because you don't know how to be vulnerable anymore. You know what's strange, though? Sometimes strength becomes an addiction. You start depending on it, like a shield that gives you a sense of control. You feel safe behind it, because being vulnerable feels too risky. But strength without softness becomes armor. And armor might protect you, but it also keeps love from getting in. I've seen it so many times. The strongest people are often the ones who cry in silence, the ones who sit in their cars after everyone's gone, holding it together just long enough to make it home before they break. The ones who say, "I'm fine," when they're anything but. Psychologists actually call this emotional suppression. It's when you bottle everything up, trying to appear okay, and over time it eats away at your mental health. Studies show that suppressing emotions increases anxiety, depression, even physical pain. Your body literally starts carrying what your heart can't express. So maybe the real strength is not in holding everything together. Maybe it's in allowing yourself to be human again. To admit that sometimes you're tired, that you need someone too, that being strong all the time is exhausting. Because it is. You don't have to be the one who saves everyone. You don't have to be the one who's always okay. It's okay to lean, to rest, to let go of the idea that you have to earn love by being invincible. Love doesn't require strength. It requires honesty. And when you finally stop performing strength, something amazing happens. You start connecting with people on a deeper level. You start realizing that the ones who truly love you don't need you to be strong all the time. They just need you to be real. I think there's a quiet power in saying, I can't keep doing this alone. It's not weakness, it's truth. And truth, as raw and messy as it feels, is what sets you free. So to the strong ones out there, the ones who've carried everyone else's pain while ignoring their own, please remember, you're allowed to be human. You're allowed to break down. You're allowed to rest. Because your worth isn't in your strength. It's in your heart. And sometimes the strongest thing you'll ever do is allow yourself to be seen. Not as the unshakable one, but as the real one. If you and I are anything alike, and you've spent your life being the strong one, just trying to hold it all together, then maybe it's time to let go. Just a little. And if you want to keep walking this path with me, then subscribe.